Hey everybody out there on the internet, it's me, Sam Miller, aka Kendama Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Mailbag. As you can tell, I still got the mailbag, and you guys still send me stuff. Miraculously you do, so I like to answer it. But before we get into that, I have a little bit of a news update for you. As you've probably already seen already, I did a Kendama USA Pro model review. I reviewed the Turner Thorn model. Now, I did have some contact with Kendama USA about the problems they've been experiencing with the Kendamas. And right now, Jero and I are trying to make an agreement on what we should do. The one thing that will happen is when the new fixed models come out, you're going to get a full review of the new corrected model or fixed model or whatever. Because Jero's big concern was he didn't want the first review up and have the new models out and people thinking that the same problems were happening. I assured him that it wasn't going to happen that way. In fact, there's a huge disclaimer on the front of the first review, and when the second review comes out, I'll probably put that same disclaimer up. So it's going to be fair. I try to keep it honest and consistent. I mean, it is my opinion, but I want to make sure that you the fans get an honest answer about how some of this stuff goes. With that being said, you the fans, this is your show. I only really have one email to talk about this time because the rest have all been thank yous for my tutorials and whatnot. And you know what? That right there makes me so happy to see that what I'm doing is helping you guys out. I know when I was starting out, I would have really loved to have had someone explain some of these tricks to me. Like, it took me forever and a day to land a lunar lander, but now I actually have a tutorial on it. And a lot of people, in fact, one of them actually emailed me saying, I never figured this trick out. I watched your video on lunar lander and I figured it out in 5 minutes. So he was like really happy about it, and he said he was going to spread the word by word of mouth, and that's what I'd like the rest of you to do. If you see what you like on the site, let others know. Help build the audience, gain some support. It helps me a lot because I'd like to know at least what I'm doing is just not only helping you, the Kendama players, but others, things like that. So it keeps me motivated to keep doing this instead of just thinking, whatever, no one cares. But I know you're out there and you care, and that makes me happy. So without further ado, we'll go to my letter. This comes from Dewey in Czech. This was out of my website, and he asked me a question. He asked me first about have I tried the Kendama USA Pro models yet? That I have done. That review should be up by now, and you'll get a good answer for that. His second question is, what is your favorite Kendama? Well, I've played with a number of different Kendamas over the years. For everyday use, I like the Ozra models. They're very solid. The paint is phenomenal on these. I mean, as you can tell, they start to chip apart and whatnot, and they start to get bad. The string has been just great on this. It does an excellent job. The cups are starting to chip away, but it still holds up. This is a good everyday model. This is the one I use when I'm trying out something new that I don't know will work, because it just feels good. Like, the string length is very good for it, and most of the time when I'm trying to learn something new, this is the model that I use, because I tend to land stuff a lot more consistently with this. Now, as for my favorite model, that's easy. I have this model. This is a Shin Sakura model. You are not going to find these anymore or anywhere else. If you do, snatch it up, because this does not exist anymore. This company went out of business a couple years ago. I managed to get one of the very last ones. This I treat like gold. It is, the wood is a lot lighter, and it's really sturdy. The paint on this is super glossy, but it is super tacky. I don't know how these guys went out of business, but they did it. And it was kind of a shame because I really like this model a lot. Like I said, it's a Shin Sakura model. If you manage to find it, get it. You won't be sorry. Like I say, I treat this thing like gold. In fact, most of the time, I don't even play with it because I don't want it to get like broken or damaged because I like it that much. This is pretty much my baby, so I treat this very carefully. Now, that's the only mail that I have, but I also have some other news. The new episode of Gene is going to be coming up hopefully by the end of the month. There's a lot of production into it, at least that's what Gene's telling me. He's really excited for it, and he's telling me it's really good. So I have to take his word for it. He kind of tells me in a roundabout way, but I get the idea. Between you and me, Gene needs some friends, so support him. I mean, I get all the glory, I guess you could say, but he needs some buddies, and he's looking for anybody that likes, retro video games, things of that nature. Send him an email or something, tell him he's doing a good job, anything, I don't care, just make him feel like he's doing something constructive and productive. That's all he really wants. Aside from that, keep the mail coming. I enjoy answering questions. I mean, I'm flattered at the fact that, you guys thank me for the tutorials and whatnot, but come with me with questions. I don't have a problem answering them. Complaints or gripes, fine. Come at them with me. Come with me with them. It's fine. I'll answer them best I can. But that's all I have in the mailbag. Be on the lookout for new episodes. I try to get stuff out weekly, but it's a little hard, seeing as how I have a full-time job. And, if you support this show, the more you support it, the more I'll be able to produce stuff for it. So keep that in mind. Spread the word to your friends. Let other Kendama organizations know that I'm here. I try to keep in contact with them. Do what you can to spread the word. It helps me out a lot. So keep sending me emails. Spread the word about me. That's about it for this episode of Joe's Mailbag. So, this is Kendama Joe, aka Sam Miller, telling you to keep dominating.